Well, Merry Christmas Eve to my movie-loving people out there. Now, thank you very, very much for clicking on this video, especially since it is Christmas Eve after all. I'm surprised that you guys are actually here. But let's just get right into the review, which will be a violent night. So let's get into it. Now, right off the bat, I'm just gonna flat out say what I've been wanting to say. I love this movie. It's such a freaking good movie. It does everything right with Christmas fun and comedy and action and adventure, you know? And the portrayal of Santa Claus in this movie is flawless, and the action sequences are just so perfectly done. I remember being in theaters being like, wow, this movie is not only beautifully shot by Universal, but the characters, everything, the casting was just so perfect, and I'm very happy with the casting, actually, you know? Now, of course, we have David Harbour as Saint Nicholas, aka Santa Claus, which David Harbour, don't even, man, he's an amazing actor from Stranger Things, and also does such a great job playing Santa Claus. Now, we also got Axel Hassel, which another great actor. You may know him from The Boys as Translucent. And of course, probably another one of my favorite actors of all time, John Leguizamo as Jimmy Martinez, the villain, the antagonist of this movie. And let me just say, all these characters are awesome, man. Awesome. The story that the directors and writers really gave each and every character in this movie is just done so well, done to perfection. The villain is just honestly well motivated, I feel, and really brings suspense to the story, you know, because like they have no problem killing people in this movie, and it's gotten a rated R thing for that, you know. And the kills, let me talk about the kills in this movie. The kills are very gory, well, in some cases, and so creative with a little Christmas twist. Like, one of my favorite kills of the movie is without a doubt probably when Santa literally stabs a guy in the face with a candy cane which he sharpened, and obviously him with his sledgehammer killing people and fighting Jimmy Martinez, which was probably the best fight of the movie. That fight was awesome, especially the ending when he brings him through the chimney and he gets completely discombobulated, you know, and that was an awesome scene. But yeah, the kills are very creative, from people getting strangled by lights to people getting stabbed in the eye by stars that are supposed to be on the Christmas tree, and also great comedy in this movie, honestly. Like, at one point Santa is at a bar and then barfs while in the air, and then it lands on the bartender, but everybody thinks he's the fake Santa. Meanwhile, he's the real Santa because there's a bunch of like mall Santas, and it's honestly just some funny stuff right there. But honestly, I think like the movie wanted me to hate characters like Morgan Lightstone or Linda or Gingerbread. I mean, Gingerbread was a fun character who was the unfortunate victim of Trudy, our little girl character, Home Alone trap. She loved Home Alone, and like she uses that creatively, which great freaking nod and great scene as well. Like, we get to see her make several traps with its own gory little twist, you know, and the nice little fun team up between Santa and Trudy was nice to see. But we also have freaking evil characters in a way, like Gertrude, the grandmother, the rich grandmother, hiding the safe that our antagonists are going after, but turns out the safe was empty. So while Santa Claus kicks the crap out of everybody, but eventually gets caught, unfortunately, and gets his bag of presents demolished. Now, I was wondering, like, after this movie was over, like, after the fight was over, he wanted to continue delivering presents, but I was like, I know you're Santa Claus, I know you're supernatural, but how the hell are you gonna deliver presents? You don't have a bag. And I even looked it up. What happened to Santa's bag? Did it, like, reform or something? And no, it just got thrown in the fire, and that was the end of it. Like, well, the kids didn't get a Christmas that year, that's for sure. But yeah, the feel of this movie, with it being, like, around Christmas time, it's just so well done. Like, the decorations are very, very beautiful. It definitely reaches my Christmas movie standard, and honestly, this is definitely one of my favorite Christmas movies. And it was basically like Christmas Rambo. Like, to sum it up, it was basically Christmas Rambo. Like, if Rambo was Santa Claus and it was Christmas, that's exactly what this movie is. Like, think of Santa Claus as Rambo. Exactly how it is, you know. But there's no problem with that. It is still a fantastic, creative movie, a fun movie with a lot of comedy, action, adventure, and dealing with the Christmas spirit so very well. And it is, without a doubt, a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed my time so much with this in theaters when I went to see it, and I still remember everything about that movie theater experience. I remember even seeing the trailer for it, because I went to see Halloween Ends in theaters in October of 2022, and they played an ad, and I whispered to my dad, we gotta go see that. And he was like, yeah, dude. So that's how it happened, you know. Then 2 months later when it came out, we went to see it. And then we made gingerbread later that night. But yeah, this is just an amazing, fun, action-packed movie that kids should not be seeing. But like, oh, if your parents allow it, see it. It's a very fun movie. And it will certainly not disappoint you and get you at all out of the Christmas spirit. If anything, it will throw you as deep as possible into the Christmas spirit. Because in movies, there's so many adaptations of Santa. And to be honest, this is my favorite adaptation of Santa. Because it gives him this Jersey tough kind of guy with also mixing the type of Santa Claus that we know. Like the jolly old Saint Nick who loves to eat cookies, you know? Like adding his own little version of Santa, mixing with the version of Santa everybody knows and everybody loves. Yeah, this movie is definitely a 10 out of 10. I love it very much. I will now permanently be watching it every single year. I have, like 2022, I went to the theaters, saw it. 2023, I rewatched it on Christmas Eve, which kind of inspired me to do this review, because like the enjoyment I got out of watching that specifically on Christmas Eve really got me thinking, what if I do a review for this movie on Christmas Eve, you know? And hence the idea for this video, because it's Christmas Eve. But yeah, this is all I really have to say about this video. And also, quick little note, Merry Christmas Eve, guys. And also a heads up for the people who are watching this video and have stayed around this long. A new video will be coming out tomorrow reviewing another Christmas movie. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because it's going to be coming out tomorrow on Christmas Day. So that's my little present to you, the fans. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.